Tonight, Michigan State Police are confirming 6 people are dead and 2 wounded.
It was such a random attack of violence.
These apparently are arbitrary drive-bys.
They had no idea that they were sitting in the car with someone who had just murdered people. 4.5 hours later, the second shooting happened.
He used a 9mm to shoot 17-year-old Tyler Smith and Tyler's father, Richard.
I can't imagine being in the area that night knowing there's a shooter on the loose, and it could be anyone.
Driver, take your hands off the window!
It was a crime that shocked that quiet community, a quiet street.
Strangulation.
Investigators won't tell us many details.
24-hour News 8's Lynsey Mukomel is in the newsroom right now. Lynsey?
Okay, Lynsey, first I just wanted to get a little background from you and your connection to the area.
Yeah, I mean, it's a super nice area. Kalamazoo, Michigan. It's kind of suburbia. You've got families, lots of activities for kids to be a part of growing up. We really don't have many issues here. They don't even deal with break-ins, let alone murder.
County emergency.
Yeah, hello, I need a ambulance. Please hurry up. Somebody shot, fire shots. She on the ground. I don't know if she hurt.
At the time I was working up north for 9 and 10 News up in Cadillac, Tiana Carruthers saw a car pulling into the complex. The driver starts shooting. She put herself between the car and the children who were outside. We got this report of a woman who basically saved all these kids when shots rang out.
Please don't move. We got the kids. Please don't move. Don't move. We got them. We got them. Don't worry about it.
The assumption was this was something that was isolated. Unfortunately, sometimes at apartment complexes or homes, you have these people drive up, they have a dispute, they start shooting. Everyone just assumed this was just a shooting. It was then nearly 4.5 hours later where the second shooting happened.
He used a Walther 9mm to shoot 17-year-old Tyler Smith and Tyler's father, 53-year-old Richard Smith, as they looked at a truck.
I just turned because we heard gunshots, and there was a man standing there pointing a gun at 2 people lying on the ground. We could see the smoke from his gun and hear it as we drove by.
911, where's your emergency?
I ordered an Uber. It started off normal, and then all of a sudden he just started driving super crazy.
911?
I just got passed by a silver Traverse going probably every bit of 100 miles an hour.
911? There was a man going roughly 70, 80 miles an hour, weaving in and out of both lanes of traffic. I mean, it was extremely erratic behavior.
Investigators were saying he might be an Uber driver. The news didn't really start creeping out of the area until police were saying, we think these are connected. We're now on the lookout. You go into an Uber, for some people, every single day. People are out going to the bars, going out to dinner late, getting rides. He was driving people, and at one point people were joking with him, hey, we hear there's a guy on the loose, and they were in his car. And they had no idea that they were sitting in the car with someone who had just murdered people. There wasn't like an emergency message out saying there's someone on the loose, you know, take cover. People were furious that it was several hours to get information as to what was going on.
911, where's your emergency?
Yes, hi. We're at Bama and Suites. Has anybody been, caught?
There's certainly frustration and concern. How are you keeping us safe if you can't tell us what's happening? Eventually, they were able to identify a car that they believed to be involved.
Driver, take your hands off the window!
One detained, the firearm on this person.
We learned Jason Dalton's name, his background. He had no history of anything. He ended up confessing that something with the app made him do it. Saying that an app is controlling you is somewhat schizophrenic behavior. His family had no idea that he could ever be capable of this. So to not have a history of that and to suddenly have that being the reason, I think had a lot of people confused and just in complete shock that something like this could have happened. I think we kind of forget how trusting we're actually being to complete strangers. Afterwards, I know there was a lot of reflection on making sure if something like this were to ever happen again, getting it out to the public as quickly as possible and trying to make sure people are aware. Immediately, everyone came together. Immediately, there was this response of, someone has attacked our community. We need to show our strength in our response. We're 2 years later now, but there's been all these things done in the community to make sure people never forget the tragedy that happened and to honor those who were killed. So there was some good to come out of it, given that legislation passed to make sure something like this is at least approached in a better way to get warnings out to the public.